Hey, 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 it's what's cooking, and actually it's what's baking. So I will walk you through what I'm attempting to do because anyone who knows me knows I am not a baker. So Sandra from Sweet Thoughts. Sandra is actually an appraiser, a real estate appraiser, and she also has a business called Sweet Thoughts. And she is a female-owned small business, so obviously I want you guys to support her. So anyway, we've got measuring spoons. I have measuring spoons. So I think it's a cup of butter. Yes, a cup of butter, and 3/4 of a cup of sugar. And I'm mixing it up so it gets nice and creamy. I already kind of started it. All right. And then I'm making blueberry, lemon, zucchini keto loaf. Haha, keto. So 3 eggs from the girls added to my sugar and butter fluffy little contraption. Ooh, yeah, now we're talking. The best thing I got during COVID was this cool little mixer. All right. And then I gotta still mix that up a little bit more. I'm gonna take my little spatula that I can cut a turkey with and use it to scrape down the edges of this thing. I'm sure a mixer would be better, and I do have one. It's from I don't even remember how old. Hang on a second. I don't know why hang on. I don't know what's going on over here. Oh, it didn't start. Doesn't have a connection, I guess. So anyway, it is keto bread. I borrowed a loaf pan from my neighbor Jan because I don't even have any. And did you guys know Home Goods is open, but there's a line out the door, and it's 99 degrees where we are right now. So I did not feel like standing in line to get a loaf pan, so I borrowed one, and I sprayed it really well. I actually sprayed it with coconut oil. So to this liquid stuff, I'm going to add the juice of a lemon. All right. Add this handy dandy little doodad. How is everybody doing? I hope everyone's doing well and staying healthy and safe. You know, this thing is not over. I was on a conference call today, a webinar with Scripps Health, Scripps La Jolla, and you know, this whole thing about staying physically distant and still wearing your mask is important. We're going to have a spike in cases if we do not pay attention to that. And last night it was interesting because we went near the beach and we haven't done that in a while, and you could totally tell the difference in people near the beach. People were not as cool about masks and physically distancing. Going to use a little bit of the lemon zest. This thing's kind of in my way. I just don't want to knock it over and have it fall out. Ooh, it's gonna fall. Hang on, I gotta figure out a way to do this so this thing does not make a mess. Where should I put it? I'll hang it over the little cutting board into the sink. How's that? And here's my lemon. Okay, you can tell how cool I am at baking. It's not my vibe. So if these turn out well, this will be like a little act of God. And meanwhile, my mom, who lives in Conneaut, Ohio, my hometown, who will be 98 in November, she can bake anything. My whole life, there were sweet rolls, there were pies and cakes and cookies and, oh my goodness, you name it, my mom can bake it. And she doesn't measure, so I think it just intimidated me. Look at that juicy lemon from our neighbor Jan's lemon tree. So, anyway, we have been going out and we have been doing some outside, you know, supporting our local restaurants, supporting local businesses. But as I said, it doesn't mean that the pandemic is over, and it doesn't mean that we still should not be practicing physical distancing as well as wearing our mask. We were in an environment with some people, and I noticed that there was a wait staff. I'm not going to say where, and it's none of my friends' restaurants. But there was some guy that was waiting tables, and he had his mask down under his chin. Now again, this wasn't a place that we ate at. I just, you know, saw it. kind of secretly saw. But that's not cool, right? That should not be happening at restaurants. Restaurants are supposed to wear their mask. And all the ones we've gone to, they don't even let you in unless you have a mask. And if you get up to go to the restroom, you have to put your mask on. And they're really good at telling you. So, anyway, I think, well, I'm gonna still need to mix stuff, huh? I have a feeling I need my mixer. Yikes. Okay, so this needs a pinch of salt. I've already done this stuff. This is the baking powder, which I usually fail at. So, a little bit of salt. I'm gonna put this back here because I'm gonna need it for my entree. And then I need a little vanilla, and I think it's just a teaspoon, the purple one. A little vanilla. I love the smell of vanilla. When I was little, I used to wear it as perfume. Imitation vanilla as perfume. I just think it smells so delicious. Okay, so here I have 2 cups of almond flour and 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So this baking powder is going to be my salvation to all my bakers out there, correct? It's going to make it rise. So I'm going to just stir the 2 of these dry ingredients together. And then I'm going to fold, I like that word, fold, them into the wet ingredients, right? See, I'm like nervous when I bake. I don't know why. Okay. That kind of looks like it's nice and fluffy. Ooh, I'm hopeful. I wonder if I need to use the mixer, if I could just do it like this. All right, then I took zucchini from the garden and I put it in this little doodad right here. And I let it drain all the liquid. So this sat out, we had a listing appointment today out in Spring Valley. And I did this first thing this morning right after our company's Zoom meeting. And I drained, I bet you I got about a cup of liquid out of it. So now I'm gonna take 1.5 cups of zucchini. And I grew, oh my God. I'm like growing massive amounts of zucchini. In fact, disparaging sizes, right? So we didn't go to look today. I'm gonna see if Philip Frederickson will go see. I think this is kind of a good size. This one's probably not as good. So anyway, I'm gonna stir this in. Ooh, if Philip's watching, this is looking promising. And I think Eric Gilman's coming over tomorrow to physically distance in our driveway. He's our Cutco guru knife guy. And I believe, oh my gosh, you guys, it looks really good, look. Doesn't it look awesome? I'm super excited. Okay, I've got the oven on 325. I gotta check though. I don't remember how, oh, I can't check, my phone is being used. I need to figure out how long it bakes for, I'm not sure. I have a cup of blueberries, organic. Very cool, and I'm just gonna lightly fold these dudes in here. So it's lemon and blueberry and zucchini, almond flour, 3/4 cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of baking powder, a teaspoon of vanilla, did I say this, like squeeze of a half a lemon, that's like a teaspoon or something. And, gonna clean this little dude up, okay. And I think, so Penny Nathan, I did fold my wet ingredients, or blended my wet ingredients separately, and now I'm gonna do, oh my gosh, look guys, look, 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 look. And because I took the moisture off, oh, zucchini, Philip Frederickson, you only got one?
Yeah, this is the only one that was about this size. The other ones were too small. Like
Okay.
the other one.
Cool.
This is like perfect size, right?
It is, thank you.
Yeah.
I know, just think, what other zucchini items am I gonna be making over the whole course of this summer? We're gonna be so zucchini'd out. Last year it was spaghetti squash. Last year we had spaghetti squash going over our neighbor Jan's fence, about 40 feet of spaghetti squash. It was like an animal that would not give up. So I typically like to wash my dishes as I make this mess. Oh, I'm still not used to having a sink full of dirty dishes. Now I'm going to take my little wooden thing that my friend Vera gave me, and I'm going to smooth it out. Okay, guys, I'm like blown away that this looks so good. Yay! And then I probably need to taste it, right? Ooh, it tastes good. I can totally taste the lemon. And I'm going to clean that little spot up, just so this doesn't have any little issues. And then we will put it in the oven. Cool, cool, cool. So Phil just got this. Oh my gosh, it's still warm. It's 99 degrees here. This thing is definitely warm. All right, so we've got that. That's going to go in the oven. Just not going to do it right yet because I have another menagerie of things that I'm doing. Okay, so we're having Chef James from the Huntress down in the gas lamp. He gave me the recipe for his miso glaze, and we have beautiful black cod that we picked up from Chula's Seafood down in Point Loma. And keep in mind, our fishermen are still bringing in tons and tons and tons, literally tons, of fresh seafood. And I lined a baking dish. I'm actually going to spray it too. I learned that the hard way. Do a little coconut oil spray on that. Even though I have foil on it, it still just helps not to keep the fish from sticking. So this will go on that cookie sheet. And then here, Mackenzie's coming in. Too hot, huh?
Two eggs.
How many eggs?
2. That's
Sorry,
kind of a funky
everybody.
one there. Kind of.
It's like really pointed.
Uh-huh.
Huh. I don't know.
Yeah, put this one
It's
in.
tiny. But it's not
almost
white.
Ricky, but it's not
Yeah.
white. Not quite.
Huh. And you know you're not supposed to clean fresh eggs, right? So if you clean them, you have to put them in the refrigerator. All right, sink full of dirty dishes. I have 3 Trader Joe's square garlics in
What are you
here.
drinking there?
Oh, I have a little jalapeno lime juice and LaCroix lime with just a splash of tequila.
Just a splash.
Mhm.
Splash, that'd be like one of those 3-ounce shot glasses.
It's just a tiny little splash. Okay, so now I'm going to do a broccoli. I have fresh broccoli right here, all cleaned and ready. And I'm going to add a little soy sauce. I'm just making this one up. See, I feel much more comfortable when I do not have to follow a recipe. So soy, some fish sauce, a little dab of that. I'm going to put some sesame oil in. Oh, sorry about that. Mackenzie is probably thinking she sees a lizard. Some of this cool stuff, sambal. I love this stuff. This spicy, yummy stuff. And this lid needs to be cleaned. Yikes. Okay. So I'll clean that. And then some sesame seeds. All right. And then I'm going to stir this. I might add a little bit of olive oil too, just because it's not enough sauce. And I'm going to roast these, this broccoli with the sauce on it, and have it with the miso glazed black cod. So that is what's cooking in this house. Kind of wild to have the oven on because it is really, really hot. Hey Angie, I know last year you were like the zucchini queen, and I planted it this year, and there's a lot of zucchini going on. So this is a zucchini lemon blueberry keto loaf that I just whipped up. I act like I bake all the time, huh? And then I'm going to toss this broccoli in here. Make sure it gets nice and coated, and then it's going to go on a foil lined sheet and go in the oven as well. So I think it might be, oh, let's put a little pepper on it. I don't think it needs salt because the fish sauce and the soy sauce is pretty salty. And you can always add, correct? I'd rather add than have it over salted. Okay, so remember that the pandemic isn't over, even though it would appear to be as you are getting out and seeing how close together everybody is being, that they're not taking as many precautions as they should. And as I said, I sit on the Scripps Advisory Council, and today we had a board meeting, and they definitely let us know that one of the things we could be helpful with is telling people to still make sure you are physically distancing, as well as wearing your mask, washing your hands all the time, right? So that's it. I think I'll take a photo of my lemon blueberry loaf and pray that it works. I can't even tell you how long I bake it for because, as I said, my phone is currently on Instagram and I can't consult it. But I know it's at 325, which seems low for baking, but maybe that has something to do with the fact that it's keto and almond flour as opposed to regular flour. I don't know. So our musicians are still not all out working. Oh,
Won't that fish sauce make the bread taste fishy?
it's not in the bread, it's in the broccoli.
But doesn't that go in the bread?
No, the
Oh, you're making
no.
something
This,
different.
I'm making a broccoli, soy, sesame, fish sauce, spicy thing, roasted broccoli.
Oh, so the roasted broccoli will taste fishy.
That won't taste fishy. You're so funny. And it has a lot of garlic in it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. So, are the chickie chews out?
Yep, as long as we both eat it.
Yep, we will. Are the chickens,
Chickens are burrowing in.
are they being nice to little Ricky?
So far.
They better
She
be.
has one feather left on her head.
Aww. They've been picking at her little head. It's tragic. Poor little thing. Okay, so I have my little pan. These little dudes are gonna go on it. And I think I'm just gonna leave it for a little bit because we're probably gonna go outside and just chill for a little bit before I cook all the dinner. But I will put the bread in. So anyway, I haven't cooked in a few days. And I just wanna say, please stay safe. Please, everybody, you know, we are all one people and Black Lives Matter. And don't forget that this is also Pride Month and all of our Pride parades all over the country are going to be virtual as opposed to live. And, you know, I see Dustin sings in our gay men's choir. I hope you've been doing some virtual performing, Dustin. And I know my friend Jay Rodriguez, who is an Emmy Award-winning actor from Queer Eye for a Straight Guy. Hopefully he's gonna be coming down to San Diego and doing a lot of virtual experiences for Pride and in lieu of a parade. So that will be super cool if he gets to come down and do that. Hey, Karen Varga, how are you? And we have this crazy property that we went to see today that 5 years ago today, on my Facebook memories, popped up. So it's kind of an ironic, coincidental, karma, cool thing, and you'll be learning more about it later. Oh.
But by the way, San Diego announced today that Balboa Park will be open tomorrow at 100% capacity.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
And the zoo opens at the end of the month.
So that's going to bode well for Pride.
Yeah, but there's not going to be any parades.
Wait,
I
there
don't
might
think-
be.
I don't think there's going to be
If they
parades.
can have the other protests and stuff, they can have a parade.
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, there'll be some
Good to
spontaneous
know that
ones.
Balboa Park opens. Phil Frederickson just is telling me. And I did see that the San Diego Zoo opens on the 30th of the month with safety protocols in place. And please, 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 I know I'm telling you that we have to all be careful and stuff, but there's so many restaurants doing beautiful, beautiful jobs of physically distancing where, you know, you wear your mask when you get into the restaurant, you wear it all the way through, you sit down, take your mask off to eat. Usually there's QR codes so you don't even see a menu, and if they do have a menu, it's paper and it's disposable. And they need our love and they need our business, and they all are still also doing curbside pickup. And as I said, we have been out and about doing that. In fact, on Saturday, the winery's open, at least in Ramona. For sure we know that. So we will be broadcasting live, doing our wine event while we maintain physical distancing at a specific winery that is located in Ramona. So we're pretty excited to get to go see friends there and share a little of that experience with you at 4:30 on Saturday. And in the meantime, I'm gonna go put my bread in the oven. Everybody stay safe, stay healthy, peace and love, and justice is needed. All right?